Okay, so today we mount the wall cabinet I made. It's going to be heavy, going to have a lot of dishes in it. And so this is a very odd wall. Basically, we have about 3/4 inch tongue and groove and some strips behind that for insulation, and then the logs. So I'm going to have to go pretty deep in here. So I'm going to be mounting it with 8-inch, these are called headlocks. Pretty tough, pretty good. And my buddy Woody had a great suggestion, thanks Woody, to basically make a tapered hanger. So I'm going to be mounting this up on the wall, and I have boards in the back of the shelving, the cabinet, that match this. So I will hang it and I will screw it into the wall as well. So we've kind of got double, but with a lot of the dishes and all that, it's not very light. And this, like I say, doesn't have normal 2x4 studs every 16 inches or whatever. So I'm going to be going right through all this and into the logs. And if you recall, when I put up the shelf for Sarah's spice rack, I did to do the same thing. And it's holding great. So that's my next step. I already measured it out. I already know where I'm putting the headlock screws. I'm going to put that up first. Then I'm going to add a few more in between that are shorter. That'll just go through the two boards, the hanger board and the tongue and groove. And then we'll get the cabinet, hang it. I will screw that into the wall as well. Well, now I know I can feel it. I've hit the log on the other side, the outside, if you will. Gonna have to lean into it. Pretty tough, so I'm gonna get up on the counter itself to get in, lean in on it. Thankfully, I built this floor cabinet to sustain 200 pounds of. Okay, now I'm just going to make sure it's leveled up and put 2 more in before hanging the cabinet itself. But I can already tell this is good. 2 more screws, it'll be pretty good, and I'm going to put another one down at the bottom. So we've got to get it so that this top hangs on that. So I guess we could probably both just get it and push from the bottom, huh? Okay, let's give it a try. And I've got a ladder here. If we have to stop, go back down and try it again, that's fine. But once it's up there, it'll probably be fine. All right, ready? So, go. So now I have this piece, which has the bevel, which mates up to the bevel on the bottom of this shelf, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount again 3 of those headlocks, put a couple others just for good measure, and then I will screw with some shorter screws the cabinet to the actual wall so it doesn't shift at all. But that's it. These 2 hangers are going to support the whole thing, and it was quite a deal getting into the logs on the other side. They're sunk in almost 4 inches, so it's good and heavy. But this will just add added security. So that's what I'm going to do next. But anyway, so that was our hanging piece and a matching beveled piece in the back. Now I also have this here. And I'm going to do the same thing. See how it's beveled here? So I've got another piece just like that. I'm going to put here as extra protection. Screw that in. and then I'm going to just put a few screws to keep it to the wall, but it'd have to come way up and way out in order for it to fall. So that's going to be extra. There you go. Hope you got enough room for your kitchen stuff and whatnot.
This will be plenty. I can't wait to get my glasses and mugs and everything that are in the pantry right now to actually have a space. And I like that it's open on top.
Flat and open.
Yep, so that I can put things up there.
Here's got a little bit of a overhang, and I did that on purpose so we could put hooks.
Yes.
And hang mugs or whatever.
Yes.
And so if anybody's curious, this whole thing, hardware included, was probably about $100. I used nothing real heavy per se, 3/4 inch for the shelves. This is almost 3/4 inch tongue and groove for the door. Same thing here. I basically used the tongue and groove, cut the edges off, and just boom. I'm going to get these through the first two layers by hand. And got to get it in kind of deep because the drill otherwise won't fit in the cabinet. So I'm just getting these started. Start with the middle one. And once I'm through the inner wall, the wall shiplap, it'll be insulation, and that's it, foam. So I'll be able to get it through pretty easily until it hits the outer wall D-lugs, and then I'll need the power drill to get that through. So this is pretty easy. I'm just going through foam right now. And when it stops, which is pretty soon, probably about there. Now I need the drill, and if it doesn't fit, almost, I'm going to use an extension. Drill extension. Gotta really lean into this because it's hard to get in. Might be able to get it in now without the extension. Yep. All right. Now I'll get the other two. Drill, screw those in, and then go through the actual back of the cabinet itself, and that'll be that. Last one. Okay, so as you can see, we got the mounting board is in there solid. The headlocks go through to the outside wall, the D-logs, and then on the end of each shelving bracket, I put about 2-inch drywall screws that are threaded all the way through to make sure this one's so. There you go. I'm not going to hang on it, but I don't think she's got 220 pounds of dishes, so we're good. Just got to clean up the mess, and there you have it.
Exciting! So this is the last cabinet besides the cabinet that the cast iron sink goes in. Right?
Yes.
This is exciting.
Looks good, huh?
Yeah. Looks awesome.
All right. I'm just going to vacuum up all the sawdust and clean up and put stuff back, and
works for me.
There you go.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.